Hello and welcome back to another Cozy Tarot Sunday. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. Today's Cozy Tarot Sunday reading is for September 20th to the 26th. And as always, I will be reading the self-care portion of the reading from the Tarot for Self-Care book by Minerva Siegel, my absolutely favorite when it comes to tarot and self-care. And if you're new to my channel and don't already know, this is the reading that I do. It's the week ahead reading where I pull a card for the focus of the week, what's needed to embrace the focus, what's needed to let go of, and of course, self-care for the week because self-care is very important. So, let's get to shuffling to see what the week has in store for us. Okay, that should be good. So in the first position of what to focus on, we have the Four of Swords. So the focus for this week is for a time of rest. So you're being asked to just let go a bit, to be able to take time for yourself and be able to recuperate. You may have been feeling stressed recently, or maybe you've been pushing yourself too much, is pretty much what this card is saying. And now it's come back and bite you in the butt because you've been doing too much and pushing yourself too much, and now you're really stressed, you're exhausted, you're burnt out, and you just need some time. So the Four of Swords wants you to actually take that time. It wants you to acknowledge that you need that time, and you need that time to rest, be by yourself, relax, do some self-care, and whatnot. That's what the Four of Swords is saying. In the next position of what to embrace, we have the Hanged Man. Now, in order to embrace the Four of Swords, you need to stop and take a hard look of your life. Okay? The Hanged Man is about changing perspectives and taking a long look in order to make those changes. So clearly something isn't working if you're constantly pushing yourself too much or you're constantly stressed. So you want to ask yourself the following questions when it comes to the Hanged Man. You want to ask, what needs to change? So what in your life needs to change where you can actually implement the Four of Swords? And how can I make these changes? So how can I make the changes that are necessary in order to make sure that I'm not stressed constantly or that I'm not pushing myself constantly all the time? And lastly, with the Hangman, you want to also ask yourself, how can I put myself first when needed? So if you are pushing yourself or you do become stressed, how can you put yourself first in order to de-stress and to go back to, not being stressed or become balanced again? And in the position of what to let go, we have the Hermit. So you want to let go of the idea that needing time alone and needing time for yourself is selfish. So a lot of the time we have this mentality that being alone or needing time for yourself is considered a selfish act and it shouldn't be done. And that's incorrect. The Hermit is all about, taking that time for yourself, allowing you to reflect on your thoughts, do some introspection, and just allowing you to have that time for yourself because it's actually needed. It's something that's needed in your life, needed in that time. So you want to let go of this mentality that it's selfish, obviously, with the Hermit. And you want to do that because, you're just as important as everyone else. right? And sometimes, especially if you're taking care of others, you're actually more important because you're a caregiver to someone else. For example, if you have children or if you're taking care of your parents who, are elderly and whatnot. With the hermit, you need to make sure that you're taking time for yourself, because if you're not being the best person that you can be, especially when you're taking care of other people, and especially when you're not taking time for yourself, then you may not end up being the best person you can for the people you're taking care of, right? What happens is you burn out, you become too stressed, sometimes you snap, sometimes you take out your feelings on other people, and you don't want that, right? That's why it's very important to take the time to rest, make sure that you're taking some time to introspect, but also ask those questions of what kind of changes can I make in my life to be able to implement that alone time, because alone time is very important with the hermit. It's also very important with the Four of Swords as well. Now, in the last position for the self-care for the week, we have the Star. Of course, as always, take what resonates with you. If the self-care activities don't resonate, then do your own self-care activities, but please do some, because self-care is very important. And also, don't forget to respect your COVID guidelines in your region. So the self-care activities are, as always, in terms of mind, body, and spirit. So in terms of mind, de-stress by avoiding busy, bustling environments that can overwhelm your senses. Instead of going to a loud, wild concert, visit an art museum. In terms of body, the Star calls for rest. Have a movie marathon at home and give yourself permission to relax. Pop a bowl of popcorn, invite friends if you'd like, and put on a film series. In terms of spirit, invite loving, happy feelings into your life with rose quartz, meditate with this crystal, or carry it in your pocket. As I always say, if you don't work with crystals or if you don't have crystals, that's perfectly all right. You can replace crystals by using, happy, loving mantras or affirmations and repeating those to yourself while you meditate. So that was the Cozy Tarot Sunday reading for September 20th to the 26th. Please take what resonates with you, as always. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it's greatly appreciated. Thanks so much and have a great week.